barbecue. It's personal. Welcome to another edition of Concepts Culinary Magazine, brought to you by Martin Brothers. I'm Chef Scott Fadden, and today we're going to learn all about ribs on preparation and serving. So let's get cooking. Okay, now it's time to start prepping our ribs. And let's talk about the ribs, how we get them, how they're shipped in. And I'm going to tell you who I buy mine from when I compete in competition throughout the circuit. The Rib Company. The Rib Company from Farmland is my favorite rib because they come in and they're pretty well the size I want. If I'm ordering my St. Louis for certain competitions and I want a 2 1/4 and it's real consistent, or a 2 1/2, that's what I get in a box. And they come in. One thing about their company is Farmland does a great job at prepping and packaging, and we can, if we have a smaller operation or a larger, very easy to pull. We're going to pull them out of the box. They're individually wrapped. And if we only need 4 of them, we pull 4. If we need the whole case, let's pull that whole case and feed the neighborhood. But you know, we're going to just pull off the plastic, and they do come in frozen. And we pull them out and voila, and that's what we got. There's a whole rib. And of course, as we slack it out overnight, we're going to get the next product, which is thawed out. I choose skin on. I like to skin my ribs myself. Depending on what application will determine the rib that I buy. Competition, St. Louis 2 1/4. If it's for a nicer party, I'll probably go towards a back rib. And what's the first thing we need to do? Remove the skin. You get different people, different theories on the skin. They'll say, you can leave the skin. You can just poke the back. It might work for some, it doesn't work for me, because I want a good tender rib. And what I usually do is, everybody says, that's such a hassle. Use a basic fork. Put your fork prawn in there, and you start pulling up. As you pull up, you can see the skin. You put your fingers back there, and just sort of work your way up. We're done. We just skinned a whole rib. How long did that take us? Seconds. You know what? When it comes to barbecue, barbecue is personal. It has nothing to do about mine's better, yours better, and that's how we vote on it. But it gets pretty personal because one's hot, one's a mild flavor. We can use different seasonings. This is excellent from McCormick. I mean, outstanding for barbecue, for chicken, for ribs, for pork items in general, or even beef. And then I make my own too. So that's another concoction of salt, paprika, chili powder, and all that kind of fun stuff. So that's what we're going to use today. Is what we need to do is we need to look at our rib, making sure that if we do have extra fat, we took our skin off already, but we want to trim a little bit of fat off if need be. And we want to do the back to start with, because we want to season it all up, and we want it to penetrate. And we got that on there, and it'll absorb. Here's the fun part. And we're just going to keep on rubbing. Okay. So as we have it rubbed, we have other folks that I've worked with or even compete against that will do a wet rub or a marinade overnight, which is fine. I prefer the dry, and I think a lot of folks do.
We hope you enjoyed our cooking tips, techniques, and recipes here at Martin Brothers. For any questions and additional recipes, visit martinsnet.com.